Good morning, everybody. Hope you are all very well. It's Swazers here. Thursday, the 15th of August, 2024. It is Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, Thursday. Just nearly 11:15 in the morning. The UK market's alive. The cryptocurrency market's alive. I don't think the American markets have woken up. Disclaimer. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please read the disclaimer in your own time. And the links for the disclaimer will be, as always, in the description box of the YouTube video. So, shout out to everybody. How's everybody doing? Up in the north, the weather was beautiful yesterday. Today, it's non-stop rain. But it's been a pretty good summer. It's been better than last year anyway. And, I hope you've all been enjoying the weather and staying away from the madness. We're going to do a quick video. I'm going to try and keep it relatively quick. I'll put timestamps and chapters in the description box of the YouTube video. And we're going to look at Hemo. How do you even pronounce the company? I have to apologise. I'm not really up. Hemogenics Pharma. Right. So we're going to do a quick presentation on Hemo. Charted it a lot over the years. It's certainly fallen hard recently regards the SP and the market cap. And I was having a look at it last night. I literally charted this idea last night, and I thought to myself that it's looking like it's turned. It could slowly. I'm not saying it's going to spike overnight or anything like that. I'm really not. This is not any sort of. I'm not ramping this at all. I'm really not. I'm not in the move. I don't know anyone that's in the move. I don't know in this potential move. Should I say? There's nothing nefarious going on the back end. We're not part of any secret pump and dump groups or anything like that. The whole reason why I created my system of technical analysis, well, not the whole reason, but a large part of the reason was to empower individuals. Just like I learned this system, or a system where you can critique and create your own ideas and challenge individuals who may exist online, who may hold opinions which need some sort of methodology. You need to hold a candle to the idea and not just blindly jumping in and buying at disastrous levels on the chart, like what's happened with Hemo, for example. And that's why I'm so obsessed with developing. And I'm a student of technical analysis. I always will be every single day, because there's never enough time to learn it all. But I'm a student of TA. I've drawn thousands of charts, made thousands of predictions, and a pretty decent track record in the accuracy of those predictions and those ideas. So the whole reason why I'm just passionate about it. I'm passionate about the truth. The main reason is the truth. Is finding out what the truth really is and where the market makers really want to go. Because there's, let's just look at the past couple of years with the alternative investment market, guys. It has been the sacrificial lamb, has it not, in the markets? I think we estimated that something like, 500 billion quid has been liquidated. I mean, I know that there's buyers coming back in now and there's liquidity is returning, but the alternative investment market was not meant to be, wasn't created originally to be some sort of sacrificial lamb, right? Or some sort of financial vehicle that would prop the FTSE 100 up. And that's really what happened, wasn't it? When you look at the charts and you look at the way it's been moving, in the lockdowns and all the rest of it, and then after, I have to choose my words very carefully, but after we came out of that, that period of time, like past 3 years or something like that, is it past 3 years, 2.5 years, 500 billion quid liquidated, and then we look at stocks like Hemo, alternative investment market. I mean, Look at that recent spike. Insanity. But imagine not selling on that and not taking any profits on that and now being trapped within this move. Anyway, let's jump to my chart idea that I drew, right? So how I've done it, right? I've compartmentalized it with HEMO. We're looking at the daily chart here. Currently, price is up at 4.98%, which is good. It's currently trading at, let's just shorten this, expand this chart. Sorry. Oh, flipping it. One sec, guys. Right, there we go. So it's currently trading at 1.368p a share. It's up nearly 5% from yesterday. I drew my chart out idea last night. So what we've got, compartmentalise this action here. We've got an asymmetrical descending triangle idea, right, that I drew in. This is a significant level, by the way, this gap level here. Market loves to return to gap levels, and there's significant levels all over this chart. 2.225 is a significant level. I expect at some point in the near future that HEMO will want to retest that major level. There's a major level there. There's a major level of like 2.180, but this gap level, I mean these gaps, the market makers, in my opinion, use these drop-offs to take people completely out, to take longs out. So if you would have been long, after this spike here, look how aggressively those sells came in, and look at the volumes as well. I mean, that's just like, that is a pump and dump, isn't it? That's the definition of a pump and dump. A lot of people would have made a lot of money, the ones that got out up here, obviously. But here we go. Right, so a recent asymmetrical descending triangle coming from these lower swing lows, these significant levels. And then we can see, even if I draw it like this, we can see recently, price is broken out sideways. We need more volume with HEMO. There's definitely no doubt about that. And I'm not saying this is going to be some sort of spectacular breakout. I'm just looking at the chart from an organic perspective, according to my system of technical analysis. And we're going to jump to the TriFusion report in a tick. Let's just put this trend line to this swing low here. Yeah, we've created a TriFusion AI report. Shout out to Bob Smith. If you're not giving Bob a follow, give Bob a follow. He's my co-developer on our beta testing TriFusion AI artificial intelligence market tool. Shout out to Bob. Hope you're well today, my friend. And Mark Lease would love to see what the TriFusion AI produces for HEMO. Right. So you asked, Mark, and we're delivering. And what I'll do is in the link of the YouTube video, right, I'll put the Google download for our TriFusion AI report, and I'll also embed it on X as well. So anyway, right. So I noticed that it's broken out, and I noticed that recently on the daily chart. So this is the daily. We can jump to the 4 hour in a sec. But I noticed that I thought something's going on here because we're getting decent candles, right? Bullish looking candles. So I'm interrogating these candles because candles at key areas usually gives us data. So look at this lovely candle here. This is nearly a solid candle that the market generated for HEMO on the 6th of August. So like was that last week or something, or a week or so ago? 9 days ago, a week and a half ago. So yeah. So that's a nice candle, that, in my opinion. And the markets appeared to be, previous to that, it's testing the 21. So, it broke out over the 21 and then, couldn't quite hold it. But then some buying activity came back in. And this candle here is signaling to me, in my opinion, that the market does not want to go back in to this particular bearish pattern that price recently broke out of. Like 22nd of July of this year, this summer, broke out sideways, sold off, came back with this decent candle I was chatting about on the 6th. And then very recently, on the 13th of this month, a couple of days ago, we had this lovely engulf. So that's an engulf, right? So what is an engulf? For anybody that doesn't know, an engulf is literally a candle that engulfs the previous candle, hence engulf. And it's a bullish looking engulf because this engulf, volume wasn't great, but it was still 9.571 mil, which is not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if we look, it's above average volume day for recent activity since this move's been occurring, right? So we've also got, if we look at the volume as well, we've got other voluminous days. So 25th of July gave 12.2 mil in volume as well, which I think is pretty reasonable. Yeah, that engulf I was just chatting about there from the 13th closed over the 21, and then we can see today the next EMA. He's got the 50, right? So I made the prediction last night, and then today we see that the daily chart and HEMO is now trying to get over. Obviously, it's intraday. We're still in the morning, so we've got the rest of the trading day. So it'd be really nice, though, to see today a close over the 50 EMA. Now we've got these zones, right? I drew them in. I drew these retracement zones, or these resistance zones, which also can become support zones as well. I did it slightly differently when I dropped the chart idea last night, or I dropped it this morning, sorry, pre-market, before the market opened. So I drew this idea with these other trend lines. So these are like, these represent resistance levels, but also if price can get above and break above these incremental levels moving forward, they should act as support levels as well. They are significant levels of consolidation, which the market makes as it's been selling off. But then the market has a memory, and when price starts turning around, as price starts contending and the SP starts contending with these various EMAs, they can act as new levels of support, right? So resistance becomes support, and also support can become resistance as well. It's incredible how the market moves. All right, so yeah, that's where we're currently at with HEMO. We're currently at 4.98%. We're currently on 1.34 million in volume, and we're currently at 1.368 SP. So the larger macro market structure will take us, if price starts moving in a bullish fashion, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy, guys, but I'm just looking at this market structure. The reason why I'm using this trend line here is because this is the touch dominant trend line, and that's what I deleted the chart that I drew last night, just to test the idea again, and redrew it just before I started this video. And we can see that with this trend line idea, my system of technical analysis works on the basis of the dominant trend line is the one with the maximum amount of touches to the candles, and I'm using the daily chart as a template. So we've got nearly 9 touches here. If I remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's nearly 10 touches to this trend line idea. So what I did was I cloned this top upper trend line idea, and I've placed it to the bottom of this significant level here, which is this swing low. We were just discussing this candle, this specific candle, a few moments ago. And then once I put the swing low here, it gives us this structure, which I believe is an ascending channel idea. And it reveals upper market structure, and the top of this structure goes to about 2.2p at this level here. But then if we backtrace, that level will also intersect with the drop-off level of what we had in February of this year, when the market makers took out a lot of people holding long positions, or in people that are investors who might now be holding paper losses with HEMO. So this is significant levels, interesting levels, and I believe that we're heading, looking at the EMAs, and if we now critique the EMAs, right, and we look at the 21, the 50, we can see they're curling up slightly. It might take a little bit of time, guys. I'm not saying this is going to happen overnight, and price may want to retest the lower lows again. Who knows? But I'm looking at this structure now as a support idea in my own mind, off my own system of technical analysis. Let's jump to anyway. There's a MACD convergence, I believe, occurring, occurring. But let's see what our artificial intelligence TriFusonAI thinks. Let's jump to the report, page 1. This is a comprehensive, and it's a technical and analysis heavy report, guys. So if you're not into that, this is on page 1 and 2. I'll put the description of the in the description chapters in the YouTube video, so you can just jump to whatever sections you want. I'm going to make this available. Me and Bob are making all our TriFusonAI data available for public consumption right now, completely for free. This is beta testing. It's not financial advice, of course. And this is our own unique GPT with its own unique neural net. And I don't see anybody in the world doing a TriFusion as in technicals, fundamentals, and financials combined, with nuances within those disciplines, to try and decode what the market makers are up to and try and follow the smart money, right? Because in the markets, guys, you got to follow the smart money. You got to follow the market maker money. If you go against the market makers, whatever you think about the market makers, right? Whoever these shadow elites may be, whether or not they are hedge funds with institutional investors with very deep pockets, and they've definitely got more liquidity than the average retail investor, that's for sure. And I try with Swazers charts technical analysis to reveal the moves of the market makers, right? So page 1, TriFusonAI on HEMO. So the confidence level, this is the explanation. The confidence level is high for the data sets that we use. So explanation, the confidence level reflects the detailed analysis conducted using the provided chart and recent market data. The analyst integrates a wide range of technical indicators, volume analysis, and key support resistance levels identified from the chart, along with additional technical techniques to ensure a thorough understanding of the stock's current position. So technical analysis, and bearing in mind, guys, just before I go on, right, this is none of this comes out of the mind of a human being. This is our artificial intelligence completely produces these reports from start to finish, and critiques, uses my chart system, my technical analysis system, but critiques it with a standard of literally hundreds of proven and methodical and historical systems of technical analysis. It's fascinating how it does it, and it does it in a very, very objective manner. All right, so chart setup, falling wedge formation. Hemogenics Pharmaceuticals is currently trading within a falling wedge pattern, which often indicates a potential reversal. The stock has been gradually declining within the wedge, testing lower levels of support. The pattern is typically bullish, suggesting a possible breakout to the upside once the price action breaks through the upper boundary of the wedge. Exponential moving averages, EMAs, and it shows the levels at where the current EMAs are tracking. Excuse me, the stock price is currently trading below all major EMAs. That's not technically true right now, but anyway, indicating that the stock is still in a bearish trend. However, the price has recently begun to approach the 21 and 50 EMAs, which could signal the start of a reversal if it can sustain above these levels. So currently, intraday, we've got price above the 21 and the 50. Just wanted to offer the caveat on that. Bollinger Bands. The price is trading near the middle Bollinger Bands. Now, you see these technical indicators, guys, just before I go on with the AI report. These technical indicators, right, they are not on my charts, all right? They are not on my chart. What we've got with my chart that I published on X and here, this deconstructed version, is my system. However, just for clarity, our AI sees everything, right? And in its own mind and in its own world, in its own neural net, it knows exactly where all these indicators are. These other indicators, for anyone who's familiar with technical analysis, they'll fully understand and probably be conversant in what these disciplines are. However, for reasons of sanity, we can't overlay all these other levels. We can do it at a click of a button if we want to, but for the time being, the AI is using its own mind and its own way it sees the markets to overlay these other proven systems of technical analysis against mine. It's mind-blowing. All right. Sorry, I hope I'm making myself clear. I do apologise if I'm not. I mean, we're learning as we go. I mean, we're in beta testing now. Beta testing 7.0 for our iteration of our TriFusonAI. If the price breaks above the upper band, it could indicate a potential bullish breakout. Relative Strength Index, the RSI, is currently at 45, which is close to the oversold territory. This indicates that the stock has been under selling pressure, but may be nearing a reversal if buying interest increases. Moving Average Convergence Divergence, MACD. The MACD line is approaching the signal line, indicating that bearish momentum is weakening. A crossover of the MACD above the signal line would be a bullish indicator and could signal a trend reversal. Stochastic oscillator. The stochastic oscillator is currently around 30, approaching the oversold level of 20. This reinforces the potential for a reversal if the stock continues to experience buying pressure. Average True Range, ATR. The ATR is relatively low, indicating low volatility and possible consolidation phase. A spike in ATR following a breakout could signal the start of a significant price movement. Volume Weighted Average Price, VWAP. The price is currently trading slightly below the VWAP, indicating that it is at a discount relative to its average trading price. If the price moves above the VWAP, it could attract additional buyers. Checking money flow, CMF. It's incredible. I mean, I'll be honest, I've not even heard of a few of these technical indicators. I mean, it's incredible. The CMF is slightly negative, suggesting mild distribution. A shift towards positive CMF could indicate that accumulation is starting to occur, supporting a potential price rise. ADX, Average Directional Index, is below 20, signaling a weak trend. However, a rise in ADX in conjunction with a breakout from the wedge pattern would confirm the start of a strong new trend. We've got it to analyse volume and volume nodes, and I certainly know what they are. Volume nodes are very important when you're looking, when you are strategically analysing volume to give an indication of smart money or market money returning to a security stock, bond, asset, whatever it is. So here we go. Volume nodes and market structure. The volume is relatively low compared to previous peaks, suggesting that significant investor interest may not strongly support recent price movements. However, the declining volume within the wedge could indicate that the selling pressure is waning, which often precedes a reversal. So that's a really important, I think that's a really important statement from our AI. So if we jump to the chart, I'll jump right back to the report, but I just want to, that's a very important, I just wanted to discuss that point. So we're looking, this has been shorted, right? So whoever's been shorted it, I mean, I don't know, there might be data to say that there's, there might be TR1s out, which answer the question of who's been selling HEMO, right? Forgive me for not knowing all that data, we can get it, it's not an issue. But there may be institutions that have been selling, right? So what it's saying is, right, in my opinion, this asymmetrical descending triangle formation, what the AI is saying is that selling pressure may be waning as it is approaching, the breakout of this wedge, and I agree with that, and that also supports the idea that if selling pressure is finally waning, price may be stabilising, and therefore buyers may be coming back in. And this is why the technical analysis is showing this potential upper market structure of where price could go back to, because price can't go in one direction forever, because there'd be nothing left, would there, guys? Do you know what I'm saying? And liquidity at some point has to return. And I've specialised for many years in trend reversals. Might be completely wrong, guys. Don't take this advice, but we're trying our best. We're trying our best, of course, to work with what we've got and to come up with accurate predictions that we can back up with data. Objective data, which we've now got with our AI. So there you go. On volume balance OBV, the OBV is slightly trending upward, confirming that the recent price stabilisation is supported by moderate volume accumulation, a positive sign for potential upside. Candlestick setups. The chart shows a series of small-bodied candles indicating indecision in the market. The presence of a few hammer candles suggests that buyers are beginning to step in around current levels, potentially signalling the start of a reversal. So we've got it doing support resistance levels, support 1.2 recent lows and low boundary to the wedge, resistance 1.5, it's point, I think it's point, no it is 1.5, I do apologise. Upper boundary of the wedge near the 100 EMA, Fibonacci retracement. Key Fibonacci retracement levels to monitor are around 1.45, 23.6% and 1.6, 38.2%. From the recent downtrend, these levels could serve as potential resistance zones if the price manages to break out the wedge. We got the Ichimoku cloud, which is a system of technical analysis that from the 1960s, which I learned about the other day. It's fascinating. Just Google these if you're interested, guys. Absolutely fascinating. The price is currently trading well below the Ichimoku cloud, which is a bearish sign. However, a breakout from the wedge and a move towards the cloud could indicate a potential reversal, especially if the price manages to enter and eventually move above the cloud. Parabolic SAR. The Parabolic SAR is currently above the price, indicating that the downtrend is still in place. A switch to below the price would signal a potential trend reversal, which would align with a breakout from the falling wedge. So that's the end of the technical analysis. Do apologise. That took us from page 1 to page 2, and now we've just broke into page 3. But I'll put all these timestamps in the description box. So we're on the fundamental analysis, latest news and analysis. So Q2 2024 financial results, July 2024. Hemogenics reported ongoing clinical trials with positive preliminary results through revenue. Though revenue remains limited due to the company's focus on research and development, the company is primarily funded through equity offerings and grants, with an emphasis on developing novel therapies in the biotech sector. Strategic development, August 2024. Hemogenics announced a new collaboration with a major pharmaceutical company to accelerate the development of its leading drug candidate. This partnership is expected to bring additional resources and expertise, potentially speeding up the path to commercialization. Financial overview. Hemogenics is in the development stage with a focus on advancing its pipeline of biopharmaceutical products. The company's financials reflect its early stage status with ongoing losses as it invests in R&D. However, recent partnerships and equity raises provide a strong runway for continued operations. Recent financial performance, revenue, minimal as the company's pre-revenue and focus on R&D. Profit, the company is not currently profitable due to its focus on R&D and clinical trials. Debt, the company has minimal debt, relying primarily on equity financing and grants. Cash position, Hemogenics maintains a solid cash position sufficient to support ongoing R&D activities and operational needs. We've got the cash burn report here, guys. The current cash outflow is 1 million a month. That'll give a duration 12 to 14 months. That RAG status is amber. The pessimistic scenario would be 1.2 million a month, which would give a duration 10 to 12 months. RAG status red. And the optimistic scenario would be 800,000 a month, which would give a duration of 16 to 18 months with a status of green. Current scenario explanation. The current scenario reflects Hemogenics' ongoing R&D efforts and clinical trials. The cash outflow is supported by recent equity raises and grants, providing the company with a stable runway for continued operations. The trading strategy. I'm going to just jump past the trading strategies, guys. We're not advocating any financial advice here, and it's very nuanced as well, and we're still in developmental beta stage with our AI. So take it with a pinch of salt and do what's best for you guys at the end of the day. All right. So we'll go into the ratios here, guys. And these ratios, shout out to Bob Smith's work in this, because just as a heads up, right? If you were to employ or you were to contract the work of professional financial organization, say wealth management or high-end accountancy firms that specialize in the valuation of PLCs, it would not be over-exaggeration to say that the work generated by our AI for these individual reports will be anywhere up to 2,000 quid per minimum. And the amazing thing about these reports that we are now generating with our beta testing 7.0 version is that it takes less than 2 seconds to generate these reports now, which is absolutely mind-blowing for what we are trying to do here, guys, with this market tool. And thank you for anyone that's still listening to me into the video, because I do know that I know that we're going against the current paradigms of shorts and low attention spans and 30-minute short clips and stuff like that. But we want to do, me and Bob, moving forward, we want to be innovators, and we want to be we want to be the people that are bringing something that the market has never seen before, and we're using artificial intelligence to do it, because as human beings we do not have the capability to do what this can do. And we want to be accurate, and we want to bring objective, solid information to retail investors, and we want to do it in an expedient manner, an accurate manner, and God knows where we'll be in another 3 or 4 months with it. Heavens forbid another year. I mean, it's mind-blowing, but we are loving this journey right now. So let's jump into the intricate financial gearings. So financial ratios and an analysis. Liquidity ratio. Current ratio is 3, indicating strong short-term liquidity. Quick ratio is 2.8, reflecting the company's ability to cover short-term obligations without relying on inventory. Profitability ratios, gross margin, not applicable as the company's pre-revenue. And then the net profit margin is not applicable. Leverage ratios, the debt to equity ratio is 0.2, indicating low leverage. Interest coverage ratio not applicable due to debt servicing costs. Efficiency ratio, the asset turnover ratio is not applicable due to lack of revenue. Inventory turnover ratio not applicable. Additional analysis, economic indicators. We're on page 4, by the way, guys. Biotech industry growth. The biotech sector continues to experience growth driven by innovation and increased investment in healthcare. Hemogenics is well positioned to benefit from these trends, particularly through its focus on novel therapies. Regulatory environment. The regulatory environment remains challenging but favourable for companies that can successfully navigate clinical trials and obtain approvals. Hemogenics collaboration with a major pharmaceutical company may help mitigate some of these risks. Investor sentiment. Optimistic outlook. Investor sentiment remains optimistic due to Hemogenics' promising pipeline and recent strategic partnerships. However, the company's pre-revenue status and reliance on equity financing pose risks that investors should consider. Conclusion, page 5. Hemogenics Pharmaceuticals plc is currently trading within a falling wedge pattern, a potentially bullish setup that could lead to a breakout if buying interest increases. The company's strategic partnerships and focus on innovative therapies provide a strong foundation for long-term growth, though investors should be mindful of the risk associated with early-stage biotech investments. And then, according to Warren Buffett, do not take yearly investments too seriously. Instead, focus on 4 or 5 year averages. TriFusonAI 2024, Bob Smith and John Swarbrick. Give us a follow on X. Disclaimer, this report is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Consult a financial professional before making any investment decisions. Errors and omissions may be present. And let's have a look. So where we're at, we're currently at 1.34 mil vol. Nothing's really changed. Intraday, 1.368p. we've pretty much gone through everything. Thank you guys for all your attention. Oh, by the way, this is our TriFusonAI room in Swazers charts, my private Discord, where a lot of the good work goes on behind the scenes. Jump back to X. And shout out to all Hemo investors. Honestly, guys, good luck. And let's hope that price recovers within the next several months and it starts moving back up. You know what I'm saying? Please like and share the video if you can, guys. Really appreciate your help. And, have a great day, and I'll chat to you soon.